Makenchi Critiques, no Makenchi Dick Rad's your favorite anime. Welcome back to another Sekiro Diaries. Now this one is for this dickhead, Ashina Elite Jinsuke Saze. Now this guy is tough, but how tough he is really quite dependent on the RNG. So you might notice this run that you're seeing now is where I die, and then the one right after this I actually beat him really quickly. Now a lot of people have hard time with him, but I think the fact of the matter is, from what I've seen and observed playing this over and over, is how easy this is really on the RNG. Now what happens is, you can run in and get a bunch of combos in when you run into this fight. If you can prolong that combo and he's constantly on the defensive, it will trigger somehow the RNG to do that unblockable attack that he does. When he does that, jump, and then jump towards him, and then jump again just as you land on his head, and that way you can come down and start slashing. And again, if you manage to get your full flurry in and he's still on the defensive, he'll go for his unblockable again, and then you can jump again, so you can shave off that first life bar, as you saw there, really quickly. Now if you start shitting it and you start backing off and you start just not committing to being offensive, this fight will be fucking difficult, because he can close the distance just with that sword alone. There was a tactic I was using early on, which I'm using here, where I circle strafe him and dip in just enough to bait him, and once I bait him I start slashing him. So you'll notice I back out a bit, let him come to the middle. That's one tactic you can use, which is a very slow tactic, but I decided to go fuck it, go offensive in the run after this. But yeah, get him in the middle of the room, circle strafe him, but dip in slightly to bait him. You'll see I keep dipping in to bait him, and sometimes he gets me, sometimes he doesn't. You have to really finesse it. But for me, it worked about 70% of the time. The other 30%, he would constantly get me just by the tip of the hitbox, you know what I mean? So I died here really quickly. I decided, okay, instead of doing the circle strafing thing, which it prolongs the battle, it gives him way too much chance to mix up his moves. So I thought, okay, I've got the first phase down. Flurry. He'll do his unblockable jump. Flurry, unblockable jump, and you can get him in the death blow, the first phase. The second phase is where he's most likely to mix up his moves. So he won't necessarily, do an unblockable right after you do a flurry. And sometimes if you miss one of those attacks in that flurry, that'll give him the opportunity to do his counter. So look, he was fucking me over. My first life bar was gone. This is where I go, you know what? Enough is enough. Once I get that opening in, I'm going to do that circle strafing thing one more time, and use that as here we go. Use that when you keep going there. He got his unblockable, jump again, flurry again, unblockable, jump on his head again. There, got him. First bar done. And really, you're at the mercy of the RNG. If you get that in the RNG after your flurries, you can kill him in 15 seconds in the first phase, and even the second phase once you have an opening. So here, this came down right to the wire, this one. I thought, let me go again. Let me keep putting the pressure on. But see, look, sometimes he does that. Usually you'd expect the unblockable, but there was some hits in that combo I did that missed. If it misses, then there's an opportunity here. But usually if you find an opening, which I did here, there, get him there, keep going, and then jump again. Keep going, again and again, then he does it. So sometimes the RNG gives you that kind of loop, and you get it, and I got him. And I was feeling like a boss. I did the slow walk after this. Look at that. Trample over your fucking head. You best protect your neck, fam. This is where you find out a secret to something I'm guessing is a boss battle later.